Good morning, students. So, because many of the students have requested for notes, I have presenting the PPT today. You can make a note of it, and in next class, I will explain it on green board also. Fine. So, it is for your notes, making of notes purpose. So, as we have discussed earlier, a financial system, we have discussed the financial system especially in India, right? So it is the financial system, it is the institutional framework existing in our country for enabling financial transactions, right? Then there are three main parts of the financial system we can segregate into. One is financial assets. Financial assets, in the sense, there are many types of loans: mortgage loan, collateral loan, long term loan, short term loan, etc. etc. And deposits, various different types of deposits. We will discuss these things later. Fine. Then bonds. Again, exclusively we will study bonds also. Right? So, in this slide, you can see financial system is an institutional framework existing in India for enabling financial transaction. It exists throughout the globe, which enables financial transactions, right? So main three parts are financial assets and financial institutions and financial markets. So this entire subject explains about financial markets and financial institutions which are established in India, right? So, and many regulatory bodies like RBI, Reserve Bank of India, regulates banking business in India. And see, the entire financial market is segregated into two parts. One is money market and another one is capital market, right? So, money market is regulated by RBI, that is the entire banking system in our country. And capital market is regulated by SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. And uh, many other non-financial institutions like insurance companies are regulated by IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. And many other regulatory bodies are working in our country, right? So we will discuss these things later, but these slides are for your notes purpose, right? So what does these financial assets or instruments do? So it uh, already we have discussed the functions of financial markets in our country. We already discussed, we already explained. So you can make a note of it, which enable channelizing funds from surplus units to deficit units. And there are instruments for savers. Savers means those people who have surplus money or excess money with them. So they need to deposit or they need to invest somewhere their money is safe. Right? So there are many instruments available in our country, like they can invest in share market, they can deposit their money in banks, they can deposit their money in Indian post offices, etc. etc. Right? So in the last class also we were discussing about money market instruments, right? So money market instruments, in the earlier class, I remember we were discussing about interbank transactions, certificate of deposits, term money, call money, notice money, etc. etc. Right? So make a short note of it. In the last class, I have written these things on green board. uh, Today, for better notes purpose, I have made a PPT here. So call money, please do remember, in the last class also we have discussed, it is borrowed for overnight or a day. No collateral is required means there are no security given for borrowing such money, right? No securities are given. That means no mortgage, no pledging. So call money, it never requires any collateral security, right? Then interbank term money, if the call money gets over, the bank cannot repay that bank, it goes to term, right? So it borrowing among bank for period of more than 14 days. Then we have discussed treasury bills, T bills, also called as popularly known as T bills. That means T bills are the short-term fund money raised by government by issuing certain document to the general public or to the bank or to any other financial institutions. And certificate of deposits, also we have discussed that many banks raise money uh, through issuing certificate of deposits, right? Now, the next thing, we haven't discussed this thing in earlier class, but I will explain it in the next class. But these CPs, also called as commercial papers, are issued by corporates. See, till the last class we were discussing how banks raise funds, right? So now coming to multinational companies and corporates, these instruments are related to corporates and companies which need money, right? So say for example, if Wipro needs money, it issues a money market instrument called commercial paper. So I have mentioned that it should be issued in multiple of 25 lakh, right? And the net worth of at least 5 crores, we will discuss this later, because what is net worth is, how do we calculate net worth and all, we will discuss in next class. So commercial paper is an unsecured promissory note privately placed with investors at a discount rate to face value. The maturity of commercial paper is between 3 and 6 months. That means no collateral security is given for commercial papers also, and commercial papers are issued by corporates. Please do remember, commercial papers are issued by multinational companies and other companies to raise short term funds. That is, the fund is raised for 3 months to 6 months maximum, it matures within 6 months, right? So it is privately placed with investors, in the sense they raise money from other people, right? If the corporate, if the company needs, say for example, 25 lakh or 50 lakh, it issues a paper called commercial paper to raise that particular fund for the period of 3 to 6 months, right? Then financial institutions, financial institutions includes uh, many banks and other non-banking financial corporations, right? So it helps general people to, for saving their money, and it mobilizes the savings. That is also we have discussed the functions of money, functions of financial markets in India. The major function of financial market in India is mobilizing of funds from surplus and to those people who need money for investment purpose and other purposes, right? So please do remember, in the last, see, these slides are the precise notes of what we have discussed so far related to financial markets and institutions in our country. So remember, this money market is for short term, less than a year. And money market, one more thing you have to focus is, money market can be classified into other two subcategories. One is organized sector and another one is unorganized sector. So all the commercial banks and other banks come under organized structure of the financial market, or organized structure of money market, and other money lenders, private money lenders and chit funds etc., comes under unorganized sector, right? And capital market, we have discussed, there are again capital market we classified into primary market and secondary market. Secondary market I have mentioned as a stock market here, and primary market is also called as initial public offerings, right? So organized money market, while we discussing money market instruments, money market can be classified into two subcategories. One is organized and another one is unorganized, right? So in the organized money market, it is called money market call money, notice money, term money we have discussed, and bill market, it is called treasury bills and commercial bills. Commercial bills we need to discuss uh, again, commercial bills and bills of exchange, etc., etc. Bills of exchange we have to discuss in detail because these things are very important from some point of view, right? And bank loans, because money market always deals with short term funds, and even any type of loan borrowed should be paid back within a year. That's where money market works, right? And organized money market is regulated by Reserve Bank of India, RBI. And call money market and notice money, term money, these things are, it deals with, call money always deals with overnight or within 24 hours. We have discussed in earlier class also. So participants are majorly banks, right? Interbank. See, in the last class we have taken example of State Bank of India borrows money from Canara Bank for its banking business, right? So if it borrows for overnight or one day, it is called as call money. If it exceeds one day, then it is called as notice money, and it exceeds 14 days till 1 year, it is considered as a term money, right? So these things we have discussed in last class, and these are the features of money market instrument or call money instrument. And bill market, it is treasury bills. So treasury bills, please do remember, treasury bills always issued by government only. If any money market instrument issued by the government, either by state government or central government, is called as treasury bills or T bills. So these bills, again, these are for short term. That's why it comes under money market instrument. Usually it is issued for 91 days or 182 days or within a year, that is 364 days, and issued by the government of India, right? So these things are, treasury bills are used by the government, or they promise to pay stated amount on it. So if the central government, if the government of India needs money of 1 crore, it issues certain paper called T-bill, through which it promises to pay the stated amount. That paper should contain the amount required by the government, right? And expiry date is also mentioned. Say for example, it expires after 91 days, it expires after 182 days, it expires after 364 days, etc. So they are issued at a discount to the face value. Already we were discussing what is discounting to the face value in certificate of deposits. Please do remember how we have explained discount to the face value, right? So these commercial bills or bills of exchange, that bill market is not established, well established in our country. But treasury bills are very popular in India. But bills of exchange and bill market is not that much established in our country, and we will discuss these things in detail in next class. But this PPT is mainly for notes purpose. If you are making notes, you can copy these things from PPT, right? From next class onwards, again we are going back to green board, and we will discuss further about money market instruments and capital market as well.